decent amount of range. The one downside is that the tools that you have to reliably deal with this Kassadin are going to be very reliant on how's your game state. Like, is Camille going to be in a good place?
Yeah.
But they do have a ton of CC, right? And they have Xayah, who is very survivable, so...
Again?
Yeah, different character.
Is there any other anime that people watch?
Well, yeah,
there's Chainsaw Man.
there's a ton, but Chainsaw Man's really good.
Okay.
Good pitch.
Nice.
Will that get you? Get you to watch?
No, it won't.
Okay, well that's unfortunate.
Yeah, well.
But you can see with the amount of
this
life?
is hilarious, actually. I mean, this is a lot of damage that Effort's actually taking. So annoying. Effort's like, I'm going to trade it back, but at the end of the day, Lulu definitely very strong in these kind of annoying spots where you get a bunch of autos off.
It's actually quite big. Does he make it back in time for the cannon? Oh, making sure that Effort was harassed away there, but you're still going to be able to get a free shove here. Might set up for a possible free back into a dragon if they do want to go into that direction. Not going to be the case, at least for now. Zeka is like, yeah, no, I'm level 6. I'm casting. I'm fine.
Yeah. Just trying to clear that wave.
Doesn't have TP, though.
Umpty. Okay, he is going to ward this. Just to play it safe. Umpty is not level 6. And yeah, as you mentioned, no TP, so he's going to swap over to the heal.
Well, that's... Yeah, it's pretty important.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of damage trying to force that heal out, and Zeka's just going to use it so he can farm.
They both are very happy to opt into this. We also, outside of Chemtech, have a fair amount of good dragons that are available here for a soul.
Are they going to fight now? I mean, Rift Herald is coming down. Zeka trying to get some golds. Pretty nice for him. Zeka, you know, he's keeping up in terms of CS, but look at this, 3 plates is now Karis in a little bit of trouble, just going to push away Devi as just a flash over the wall could do it. The Sedge ult comes in and Zeka just avoids it. As first blood at 1356.
It's really
Evil Church.
Yeah, it's like Elden Ring meets... you have to check it out. It looks amazing.
Okay, all right, here we go. The Flash Annie right on top of the Gnar. Doesn't matter. It's Mini Gnar, and Bro finally pulled the trigger. Nicely done, as Morgan in a bit of trouble here. He's just going to get blown up as Umpty was thinking about wrapping around. Definitely is. Kingen is very close to that Mega Gnar. And look at the positioning as well of Zeka. He was just pushing out mid, or at least trying to, as this one is getting lower and lower. Mega Gnar threat is here, as in he goes. Gonna knock the Azirian. They try to blow up the Azir, and they do. As Cars will be the first to go down, but the Xayah value, pretty huge. The Feathers able to be pulled back. For Henna, and they can't get on top of him as the Vi here. Clid will be able to take down the Drake at the very least. As Imigo gonna pull the trigger there. Massive wild growth on 4 of them. As eventually the Xayah does get taken out. No more Featherstorm, no more Summoners. And so not much that Henna could do. Viper just too scary in this one, and Bro will have to back away. I'm not sure if we'll even get to that place in the game, as Kingen is going to face check on the Sejuani. Umpty is very far away from his team, though, as they will actually ult onto Sedge, trying to get down Umpty here as he's taking a ton of damage, and the Vi damage even coming through, breaking the armor of that Sejuani. And Bro was not able to get in position to actually help him out, so free kill onto the enemy jungler.
You gotta try and Hail Mary this.
I think he's gonna get it right before, like right as he TP's in. The timing, yeah, there it is! Actually, right as he gets in, as the smite this time does go the way of Umpty. Can they win the fight, though, is the question. Bro on the run, down goes Morgan, as the zap is over the top. Nice little stun onto Clid, trying to save them. And Zeka's not gonna be able to stop 4 people, as Kingen really trying to force this Mega Gnar in, but the kiting power of Bro is still there with the Azir and the Xayah. Unfortunately, not gonna help them win this fight.
Looking good here.
Yeah, Kingen just going to TP back into this one. He does not have Mega Gnar, as this could be a lot of damage. Tiver's also going to go in here. It doesn't look like Kamalife want to go for the Baron, though, as a nice little sweep, but Karis is all alone in that backline. Meanwhile, look at Zeka just trying to terrorize the backline of Bro. He gets 2, has a stopwatch, and Umpty is not going to be able to get the flail into him, as now Morgan comes back straight into the arms of Kingen, as, oh, very nice read. Gonna get in there with the hook shot on top of Viper and take him down. So Bro at least able to stop the Baron on what is a pretty messy fight.
Clid being very low as, oh, okay, Kingen. That's Kingen, flash use as well.
Sheepish grin.
Considered a counter pick when Gnar, no. Yeah, it's what we expected.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
he goes back in.
Oh. Gave him. Pretty clear to me. Either way, they're going in onto Effort. He's in a bit of trouble. He's on the run, but immediately just gets blown up by one rip walk. A little combo there from Zeka. Trades a bit of damage back. Tibber's pretty strong nowadays, as he has received some buffs, but that is now a dead Effort.
Just make sure you turn. I don't want you to fight in close range.
Mega Gnar is going to get the Sejuani. Again, they do tons of damage to him, but Scott Warmonks is going to look to regen it, but they're not quite letting him. Kingen taking a huge beating from the front line of Bro. Karis still in this pit. Umpty gets in, but the smite is not there, as it is a nice try from Bro to get the steal, and could have been flipped rather, but at the end of the day, Umpty is also going to go down, and Bro are on the run. Is Morgan in a bit of trouble, just going to flash away and stay alive.
None in a rush.
Henna's getting a bit frisky. Okay, they're trying to get the wraparound here onto Klid, but he's incredibly tanky at this point. He has tons of armor and MR with the item choices he's gone for, also Merc Treads, so it's not like you can easily 100-0 him. He also has 2 Mountain Drakes.
It's so. Vi with, I'm pretty sure he has Unflinching, Merc Treads,
look at his armor.
Frozen Heart.
233 armor.
He has Frozen Heart.
49.
And he has all the health from Force and Black Cleaver, and then he has 2 Drakes. They eventually will surely win this game.
They probably could just press their buttons and run it, Bro.
They can.
But they're not that team, you know? They're not going to make that insane risk.
They're not about that life.
They're not about that life.
No.
You got to live your truth, you know? As here we go. That is the flank onto Effort. He just disappears as Kingen is lining up the Mega Gnar, gets 3 into the wall, and this is going to be the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen, as Karis is trying desperately to just kite it back, but not meant to be. Morgan here going to go down eventually. He also took tons of damage, gets chased down here by the Kassadin as the rest of the team's going to push mid. And now there's only 2 guys here. Karis still alive, will hold on in desperation.
Clean game across the board for Hanwha Life here. Individual, Kingen didn't have the best Gnar game, got caught out once, had some ults that were kind of whatever, but outside of that, you know, can't really fault him for it. Was there when his team needed him most. And Klid, Viper, and Zeka getting it done in this one.
Oh man, well, they're just bullying the Annie at this point. As happy Bumblebee for Viper, he's got to feel happy about this game, even though he was not necessarily the guy picking up the kills. As well, they're actually waiting for Henna to respawn. They're going to go for it now. 37 minutes is the time. Hanwha Life Esports take a very clean game number 1 as we push in with you know, second Baron or something like that. Nice little setup in the last fight. You know, at least they set up a lack of vision and a nice little flank there, so it wasn't all just, okay, we got to wait for the objectives, but...
Yeah, could have also done that like halfway through this graph.
Exactly.
And that's from a team of this caliber, they got the win. They should get the win. And the one downside for Hanwha is that they are fairly heavy on the magic damage. So if Viper doesn't snowball, they might be in trouble. But they have Prio in mid. They will have Prio early in top, but top lane doesn't matter that much. And Jax.
It's not very cute when he plays Renekton. That's just scary. But he's not playing Renekton this time. He's playing Jax. And he's already going to set up against the Vi, who is running straight at him over a ward.
Yeah, I think Umpty's dead.
Yeah, he looks pretty doomed here, as Umpty taking a ton of damage, not even going to flash. First blood given over to Klid, as he sets it up very nicely, and Umpty runs straight into his trap. It's totally fine. Klid, again though, just showing his face. Let's listen in.
바이 왔다?
Vi is here.
네, 밀려낼 것 같은데 이러면 그냥?
He's gonna push in here. Here comes Klid now looking for mid. The Akali can be very slippery, but already Kara's getting pretty low. Zeka is going to hit it as Klid is just over the wall. Like, it was kind of an awkward angle. I'm not sure where he was going to, but maybe just wanted to support mid lane and make sure that
he found a trap. They do also know where Umpty is, which means that Kingen can use this time to go
low life. He's going to get ignited, but sitting on top of the trap is the Karma, as Effort will go down. Immediate trade back and forth. Henna's got a lot more mana. but he's a little bit low on cooldown, so he is just going to back away from this one. Kingan's been doing this very nicely, but Morgan trying to bait him into the stun. He's got the flash by. Assault and Battery comes on in. Kingan is dead. Zeka, though, trying to force this fight. He's got his Nidalee Clid nearby. A lot of damage onto Zeka already, but he is not low enough to be taken out as Clid is going to hit one more spear and pick up the kill.
Oh, the nerves. Shouldn't beat the flash, and even if he does, I don't think he necessarily survives it.
해보자 이거.
Let's go for it. That's all he said. He said, let's go for it. Yeah, I mean,
for Brion, it's pretty good.
Okay, Zeka is just hunting the Vi, seemingly. He's just going to take away the Blast Plant, as his team is meanwhile all on the top side, so probably shouldn't be taking fights at this moment in time. But Zeka is actually going in onto Umpty, even though he sees Morgan, so he is extremely confident to go in on this one, and he's just going to get booped on the head. Everything I said just thrown out the window, as that is going to be Morgan that picks up the kill.
The CC chain is really good.
And now Clid in a bit of trouble here. He's going to fail his flash. He gets over to his team at least, as flashing in his Karis, but there is the binding. Do they have the damage is the question. Trying to Gale Force and get that extra bit, and Viper will pick up the Akali on the backside of this.
Does have to flash, though. The more I see, the more I'm like, this is going to come down to can Viper 1v9 on Caitlyn? Which, to be fair...
Yeah, and probably. Zeka in a little bit of trouble here. He is going to get burst down.
So you're Caitlyn, you're playing into Akali, Vi, and Jax. So the answer,
seems okay, yeah.
The answer should be no. No, you cannot carry this. And then Kingan had a lackluster game number 1 and is not in a great game state at the moment. He's not going to win the 1v1. Clid died and is
double binding action.
Who isn't going to scale nearly as well. And
yeah,
there's no rush.
I think he's got some time.
We have to take it easy.
I heard that Wolf was also considering it, so...
Well, he got ahead of the curve of his Zeri certification process, right? So
yeah, that one.
I don't.
A lot less common, actually. But I think, you know, it still has a place on the broadcast.
That's what makes it so good, is Kingan might be dead.
This is an orange buff situation. Kingan is going to go down, and 100 to 0'd. Actually, he just could not even cast one thing. Speaking of getting 100 to 0'd, will they get Karis here? Yes, they will. Wow, the absolute state of things in this game. Yeah, 16 minutes, sorry. The absolute state of the vision on the bottom side of the map as well. Like, there's not a single ward. Well, the crowd now broken, as now the turnaround goes on to Clid. Nice stopwatch, and teleport is coming in, but can they win this fight from behind? This good timing on the Mega Gnar, but take a look at the front of this fight as well. Karis not able to get over the wall, though, and he will be left alone. The Gnar actually splitting this fight up very well, as Zeka is able to get in there, but Morgan is ginormous in this fight. He is just taking off heads right now. The double kill, as Viper still extremely scary.
Zeka and Kingan both have TP. Starrick's now done. Void stuff done as well.
He can kind of just sit there, you know, and wait for the right moments, and it looks like they're going to try to go for life. He does have a crown, though, but eventually he just dies. So down goes the Lux, a nice little flank from Umpty. Out there in the front, nearly got his head taken off by Viper.
But no vision.
Yeah, they don't have vision. They don't have vision.
They're going to get engaged on.
Top here, there is the 3-man counter-strike as they run straight into it. Kingan trying to keep Viper alive, but he will not be able to. As Zeka is pretty scary, but is he scary enough is the question. They've also got Clid on the backside here, bro, with immense amount of power and control over this objective. Clid waiting in the wings, hasn't shown on vision just yet.
If Clid gets this, I swear to God, Valdez.
Okay, they're just going to get over the wall.
It's fine.
He is dead. Oh,
it's okay.
He's got a Sonya. Stop damaging the Elder, please. Okay, they're just going to take down Clid instead, as Morgan is just dancing on him. And down will go the Elder.
The pinnacle of power. You have Elder buff.
Exodia.
And you have the Baron buff.
Go
That's
mid.
all you need to win the game.
Yeah. Bro, just group mid and push. You got this.
So you have what? That's the one job.
Yeah, this isn't.
Oh no!
It's just what's gonna happen.
You win any 5v5 fight.
Uh-oh. This is going to be Morgan alone. Should be able to get this inhibitor, I guess, as in goes by, trying to keep them away, but now Umpty's not in a great spot as, okay, that's just going to be the guy burnt down as, yeah, Karis will finally begin to press his buttons as a lot of heat damage does come in, but I'm not sure that Viper can do it alone against Elder Buff as he's sticking down. Might just die here, actually. No, they're just going to hit the Nexus. Okay, we did it. We did it, bro. You pressed your buttons, and we took down the Nexus. Game 3 will happen in this series.
I didn't like it, but I could see the angles. And then Zeka and Kingen just died both 3 times for no reason. And then there was no more. No, there was no more angle. As double Elder, double Baron, that's the Breon way.
I think the Jace would have gone really well with what they had on the bottom side, but instead they're just going to play for size.
So Morgan is one of our Fioras that actually split pushes, so I'll have some faith in him.
Wanting both of those picks here for the side of Klid, which he is going to get this time around. Shot. Kingan's like, I can fight the Fiora.
Yeah, this level 1 Fiora with Ghost and Grasp, it's not happening. Didn't actually. Neither of them got a single creep up until that point.
Here comes Zeka, but Karis is right here to cut him off. Should not be able to steal this. He is going in onto Karis, but the entire bot lane is here. As Shuriken will miss. In goes Zeka once again, just trying to push them out. Not going to commit to any fights for just that position. So,
value of repetition in learning actually is something that's been very well studied and very well documented. Really important to make sure to ingrain. Oh, Viper!
Uh-oh, there's the flash on in. They will get the root onto Viper. He is gone. First blood. They'll go to the hands of Effort. He's going to move these Raptors out of the way. As the timing is now, and he knows it, the kick is good. Karis with no flash, and it should be the kill. As Zeka gets in and gets out. It's a very nice set play, and Klid is not gonna drop Earth Tower. Onto Zeka, actually. The Shuriken lands, and he's got a perfectly set up Shroud. That's going to be the end of Umpty and the end of Effort as well. Couple of kills as the Drake take was a little bit too slow. King gets out here as well. And Zeka's able to set up that play. Effort's trying his best to stifle the Caitlyn alone.
Just the existence of Zeka means that you can't defend this turret. Can't do it.
Uh-oh. That's going to be probably a dead Karma. Yep, he's just going to get 100 to 0'd. Well, it's more like 40 to 0 as he'd already taken a bit of damage there. And down he will go. Nice binding here from Life.
I thought we
got there.
Maybe, but I mean,
the lull save has arrived. Yep, it's here. As okay, trying to make a little bit of something out of this lull state is Hama Life Esports. They are going to get on over and take down Morgan in the side lane. Yep, that is seen. In goes Zeka by himself. Is going to miss the R2 onto Henna and nearly die. Will just barely get out of here alive as the Realm Morph is coming in looking for some vision. And there it is. Umpty is going to get into that backline and click some buttons. As Karis gets incredibly low, though, and just gets zoned away. So does Effort. As Kingen quite scary at this point in time. Lands the one boomerang for the slow, and you can see just how much damage he can do in the 1v1.
Yes, they know.
He's flanking.
They got the inhib.
Karis still flanking.
Yes.
Still.
Yes.
Okay, no.
Okay, he's joined the rest of the team.
Okay, he's not flanking anymore. No, he's here.
I'm glad you gave us the flanking update.
Just letting you guys know.
I was very confused there for a second whether or not he was flanking.
It's okay. This was only the one from Karis. I understand. You gotta go for plays like this as a very nice setup from Klid. Just gonna find Karis. Do they have the interrupt though? They do not. As okay, they did have the Shuriken, but not gonna elect to go in on that.
Tough ask for Breon. 9k gold down in this game, or actually more like 10.
Well, it's 9.9. Oh, that's a nice little engage. They do get onto Viper. Down he goes. He's just gone. No more Caitlyn. Look at the rise damage, and all of a sudden, Hama Life Esports are like, wait, what? you have damage?
Yeah, it's still.
Okay.
Oh, Zeka.
Uh-oh.
He's on his way.
Okay, Umpty's going to get him first, as he unfortunately is going to not know that he was there into just going down. Zeka is now on the hunt. Morgan looking to take him down the riposte. Not going to land. Zeka will have to flash away. Here comes Meganar as down goes Kingen.
They'll be okay. They're shoving here. They have Meganar to zone away. They're going to get the inhib, then they can rotate towards mid, get the next inhib.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know about that
They
one.
just got sniped down. Meanwhile, Zeka is going in onto this one as they've got a Gnar behind them as well. Morgan not in the best spot here. As Karis, unfortunately, this time around, not able to get the flank off. And so it looks like perhaps, just maybe, HLE Esports going to push this one in and take down the Nexus. They have Baron, they have 3 inhibitors, and they have a massive gold lead of 11,000. As we are trying to get the flank on in, Karis gets in there, takes out the Lux. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? As Henna is going to go down, and that will be the game. HLE Esports will take the series 2-1. Pushing in, taking the win. As Henna did the most damage in the game, but not able to match the massive gold difference. That was 13.6k at the end of the game. Absolutely agree. I think nowadays LCK mid laners have kind of figured out this matchup on the Sylas side. They've been doing very well into Akali's, and as this should be a fun one. Let's see how it all goes down as we hop into the Rift for game number 1. So it's always in the back of my mind that, oh, the Sylas is a great pick into it because we end up just not getting to a stage where the Akali can actually carry. But we might see it in this game, especially with, as you mentioned, this game is going to go on for a long time. Again, it's comfort for Karis, and he could make it happen in this one.
Yeah. I really like that you mentioned that Chovy interview. Definitely, it kind of brings us back to a difference in skill level across our mids here in the LCK, and
yeah, He's got that for himself. The top lane, still going relatively evenly. I think that Rascal could definitely come on down here if they did want to get a 3v3 skirmish in. The mid lane, though, pushed in on a back from Fate, which means that this is going to be spotted, but Krako seemingly alone here at level 5, as you mentioned, not really going to be able to force anything. You see the rotation from the bottom lane was coming in, but...
And I've been watching as much as I can, late at night. A little bit of LEC. We're seeing more Gragas mid in the LEC and flex into other positions, but...
Body Slam is down. Rascal does have Flash, as here we go, Grand Challenge already in. He's just going to flash out of this one, not even electing to throw out a cask first, just in case he gets stunned. They're trying to set up for this, but it's taking quite a while. Krako's here. He's going to spot the Sejuani. He's going in on this one because guess what? Rascal is here too. The bubble comes in, and that is should be a dead Lulu. Yep. Effort's going to go down. The culling goes in, and DRX will create first blood in the bottom lane as Fate.
And he's really losing nothing from this. And again, all the while he spins, even if he's losing a little bit of farm, which he's not going to. Okay, hold on.
Oh, Karis is getting extremely low.
Somewhere else, you're watching on your computer in your other room where you have your office set up. Tell them that you're not coming out for a while, You're going to be in here for a little while.
You're going to bro and brew. Krako is going to get caught here as he is going in pretty deep to try to clear that ward, as Morgan did come in, and now Fate is in a little bit of trouble, has to flash away, has a Kali ultimate, will be okay.
And Pleta is rotating up right now, but he's so far away.
Okay, they're going pretty deep for this one. Barrel in the front as the Akali is in the back line, but at the end of the day, Umpty's already dead. Rascal, though, taking a bunch of beatings from Effort and Morgan on the left side of this fight as he will be grand challenged and taken out. And Karis, DRX are going to go onto this one. It doesn't look like Bro really care about this. They're going down to the bottom side of the map, actually, as they have caught Rascal here. It is a 4v1. As Rascal is going to be taken out. This is going to leash.
Will scale with time, regardless of these deaths.
2 rods. Double rod.
And DRX actually rotating over here for a bit of a fight over what will be the third break of the game. TP committed.
Look at this. They have the Rift Herald in mid, too. Putting on some pressure. Bro are kind of just routed because Karis is top and he doesn't have TP. So they don't want to fight the 4v5. Is this one also going to leash?
This is quintessential Bro, right? Don't force this fight. It's not on our terms. Don't have Giga Chad.
Yeah, Giga Chad.
Umpty, though.
Well, this is super low, this turret. So, okay, that one is going to kind of miss. As Fate is going back in, he knows he has the buy on the way, but he's already extremely low as they try to convert onto Karis. Can they even kill the Akali as Effort comes in? And it's just going to polymorph the Vi. As Kroko getting out of vision. Meanwhile, in mid, Henna going 1v2 onto these guys. The Culling going to push him back.
Right, put the emphasis on that sense really weirdly, but...
Yeah, oh, so point.
Yeah, but they're got fast track on it. Karis is going to TP in. He has a flank angle here, but there's a lot of vision.
Yeah, and he's still 4-0. He should have his Shadow Flame completed. Rascal going pretty deep, but he has a stopwatch himself. Just going to flash to safety. As Morgan, the Wild Growth going to be used onto him, so that's already just used in this fight. As meanwhile, this flank angle from the Akali is spotted. Not sure that DRX can actually get in, though. Kroko is in the pit, doesn't matter. Bit of an early smite from him as Umpty will pick that one up, and nobody is going to die in the contest.
That's a Baron, you know, so you got to be careful.
There's a lot of fighting here, and ult's going to be thrown into Kroko by Umpty. Doesn't really do too much. Now Effort's kind of out of the fight. Forces the flash out of Umpty. Fate's getting in there. Just really needs his team to back him up when they're in a good position to fight, but you can see that DRX, as they're going to spot him now.
Just holding this cask so long. They're playing this so patiently. Great job so far from DRX with Fate looking for this flank. Morgan at half health.
There's a weird amount of poke with Lucian and Gragas, right? And they're actually using it pretty well, as here we go. We got the engage. They're trying to get on top of the Zeri, but you see that Henna's just able to flash on out, but Morgan is down already. Down goes Effort as well. Let's see if Henna can actually do something in this fight. He's able to take down Rascal, who did go pretty deep, and even though the engage was on top of Henna,
they've got to lock this Zeri down somehow.
They were not able to do any damage to her in the fight, as in goes Kroko. He's able to get the steal. Very nicely done, as now he's going to flash and try to just get out of here, and that he will. Karis and Effort on the top side. They're going to go all in onto the Lulu. They really do not want to see this Lulu survive, but he will, as the Wild Growth is used onto him, and they went pretty deep for Effort, who is just like, yep, okay, that's fine. I do not care about that. It's now Kroko on the run once again. No flash for him.
Really frustrating here for DRX, trying to catch the support. Turns into a disaster. Fate goes down here. He doesn't have, like, he has Zonia's, but couldn't have turned that with that, as now they're just trying to defend this turret. And Gragas looking for the flank here. Rascal does have his ultimate.
Yeah, they're just going to push it, and Morgan, he's just off there pushing. He's going to try to get this inhibitor as the turn does come in onto the Sejuani, who's got Wild Growth, as now Karis in the backline assassinates the Lucian, and Rascal as well, just separated from the team as everybody's trying to deal with the Akali, but nobody quite can, as Karis also going to get away, and Henna is just having free reign here. So many bubbles have hit. Meanwhile, in the base, the inhibitor just went down, so Morgan's not going to stop his push, as you see that Rascal will finally be able to back here and try to stop it, but this fight will heavily go in the favor of Bro, as we do have Henna finally forced to use that ultimate, but does not matter. Gonna take everybody down. You know, at least a couple of these shots and some extra dashes will be coming in. Question is it too little too late?
Seems that way, but we've seen crazier Gragas defenses than what we might see here.
Here comes Karis. Look at the damage he does, but he's dead. He's dead. He just goes in by himself and immediately gets blown up.
All right, little bit of Icarus action here. Getting a little bit too close to the sun on this one. That's his first death of the game. They're still in a great position in this game, but this means DRX can contest for Drake. It's the sole point they're on right now.
That's a 4v4 on the Drake, or maybe a 4v3 actually, as Umpty tries to get up there. As Fate is coming over here, but it's too late. I mean, Morgan already took down a Nexus turret.
Now they're just going to try to push around and end this. Look at the super minions taking this turret out of TP defensively.
He had to stop the back on the push on the bottom side. So Henna's just going in straight forward right after Rascal teleports out. Great timing from him, as the base is in shambles on the side of DRX. Kroko, he's been very good about getting away in these fights, but you know, B, R, and O. That's all you need.
Wow.
Here's Fate. Yeah, it's solved. It's a solved problem now. Rascal and Fate, can they both take out Morgan? Well, the Stolen Grand Challenge, you would imagine so, as he's still getting on top of this, as the entirety of DRX's team is coming back to defend against this.
Yeah, they are going to kill him, right?
Yeah, they should be able to get Morgan eventually, but the problem is that this Baron is just gone.
Without a Fiora, and the siege in this composition is not amazing, right? You have a Zeri, which is pretty good at pushing, but
just gonna get the TP essentially out of Fate, which is actually a very good thing with the Fiora potential in the side lane.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Flatter, careful.
They're trying to get on top of Henna, but Henna is so well protected as insane damage just come out of Rascal.
I mean, now Karis is out of this fight, and yeah, you have a Zeri here, and she has GA, but you don't get a second chance. If you die, if you lose that GA, you are not going to survive through the second part unless it's a 1v1 or something crazy at the end of that team fight.
You see the state of the top lane. Morgan can't really push that, right? He doesn't have teleport himself either, so he kind of has to stay here on the bottom side, which means that we might just get a straight-up 5v5.
All right, Morgan's actually just trying to split push to end.
Okay, I mean, they're trying to get in here onto Henna.
And Krako and crew are going to have to be decisive.
Okay, Henna's going to be 100-0 potentially, but no, the CC isn't quite there. Henna gets another shield as the fight is still going in. Fate's trying to get in that backline, but he's got no help on this fight, as meanwhile Morgan is just ignoring the Gragas entirely. This game is over, as Morgan will last hit the Nexus, and they finally get it done just over 40 minutes.
This is about what we expect to see in this series, and we expect to see 3 games of it. So, like I said, get your brew. 42 minutes and 43 seconds here. This is just game 1, Valdez. Just the first of what could be an exciting 3-game series.
Yeah, now's the time to restock.
The priority pick is going to be the Orianna again, so LCK evolving here.
Whoa.
And if you pick the Jax here as Brionne early, you would pick it only because you want to deny it rather than picking the Renekton, right? And then you could run into the Renekton yourself, but it also opens up a Gnar pick, for example.
Load it up right now. Let's hop into it.
And actually, Umpty will also join him, so just leaving Henna and Effort under turret.
He's going to totally avoid the ward. They do not know that Umpty is here.
This could be disastrous. They have no idea. Fate's here, too.
Uh-oh. Well, okay, a 2v3, and it looks like DRX is going to say, you know what? Now that the Vi's here, never mind. In Korea, I don't know if it really is.
I'd say it's traditional. You know, it's a traditional food. I would say delicacy is Morgan.
He's got Dominus and Umpty nearby, though. They're going to try to turn this one, as even the Rift Herald's getting in there. Juhan is going to miss the ult, though, as Morgan is getting low, but he's Renekton. As down will go Juhan, as they really tried to force that one 2v2, as here comes Henna. He's got cleanse. Immediately cleansed that one, and Duckdown is just left out to dry. Nothing that the duo can do down here, as Henna, that is a double kill, as he just immediately jumps on them and kills them both.
Oh man, Effort's cracking up too. That was such a clean play from Henna. Hits level 6, he knows he has the cleanse for the Chains of Corruption, and Duckdown is feeling like I can force this, I can continue to push this because I know that I have this Chains of Corruption I could use defensively, but just kind of didn't realize or didn't consider that Henna could engage with Flash Cleanse. You're pushing super hard, but Varus doesn't have the strength with auto attacks here in an exchange like this. He absolutely loses. The same is true of Heimerdinger, and Zeri can outpace those 2 turrets. So everything about what Duckdom and Barrel did there, they felt safe. They have 2 turrets. He can't push through that. I have ult. We can actually keep forcing this as Umpty is good. This is great. I love you. Because we have spent so much of the season just defaulting to sit under turret and farm, and Henna says, no, I've got cleanse. I can get past those turrets.
Okay, they're going to try to 100-0 Barrel. It will work out as the trade back. The wild growth on the Henna is not enough. Juhan is here for the counter gang, picks up a double kill for his bottom laner, as Duckdom casually just going to go 2-1 now.
So suddenly it all flips back over to the other side as Duckdom will pick up multiple kills here as Fate.
Okay, getting in there, the Tibbers, not quite enough damage, and not even electing to flash away from that one as Kars had the follow-up, just decides, well, I'm dead.
Doesn't have the cooldown, unfortunately. If he could get an additional stun there, he definitely gets out, but was sitting on 3 of the 4, needed one more ability. With this additional Dirk, able to do so much more damage with these Qs and can continue to push. And this time, Henna's not going to be looking for an all-in. Maybe with Umpty, though.
Oh, boy. Already getting on in there. And guess who's here again? It's Juhan in the bush. The chains, though, will miss. The kite back is excellent from Duckdom, though. And that's going to be a kill here onto Barrel, as Juhan is just a thorn in Umpty's side.
It really is.
So they don't know exactly where everybody is, but they have a sneaking suspicion. As, okay, they're trying to get on top of Rascal here, who is a Jax with Counter-Strike, so using everything to try to take down Rascal. Can they actually do it is the question. Even Sejuani ultimate thrown in here to try to deny this kill, as Rascal will get away.
And DRX actually do not hold the Drake here. I if you're
Is
Bro.
Rascal going to face check? Will it matter? We do have Renekton here. Morgan is waiting for this one as the ultimate does come in from Umpty, but the counter-strike is just so good against both of these champions. There's tons of damage just coming in from the Dominus, and he will eventually be taken down.
Can actually push very comfortably on this bot turret.
Here comes Tibbers, trying to earn himself another POG, as Beryl is making his way up to the top lane here.
And he hit the nade.
In a bit of trouble. He's not going to expect Beryl to be here, as that is a big turret.
You're not going this way.
It's a zoning turret, but now with the TP coming in, I mean, can they make something of this as another grenade does come in, and Morgan is just tanking it up for his team. Karis and Effort not able to get in there and help him out at all. As Umpty in a little bit of trouble here. 100-0 possibility does come in. Beryl will pick up the kill, as that is now the Bro jungler out of commission.
And Beryl on Heimer, you know, it's an iconic pick for this player for a reason. He's had a lot more success on stronger teams with it, but...
Okay, ult comes out. There's the flank teleport.
We're just in mid.
Yeah, they're just trying to get out of here. Rascal Ganazonia is in an unfortunate spot. He is going to be able to leap, though, away.
With Morgan not being able to get value out of his teleports.
Uh-oh, Henna not wanting to use the cleanse is eventually just going to get wild growth and get out of there, so he's able to hold on to that, but takes a big chunk, and DRX will take down the mid turret.
And there's no flank this time. There's no way to shut this down now.
As DRX trying to just poke him out with the Varus here. They start this Baron, as Juhan does not want to let it go at this moment in time. Not a lot of vision in the pit. Juhan just keeping it alive. The turn comes in. It finds Karis immediately, as he is going to survive for a bit, but the shockwave does nothing. They get to the backline. They take out Beryl, though, as Henna is still alive. But look at Morgan. He's all alone on the front line, and nobody can deal with the Jax, who is just huge at this point in time. As the flash comes in, and they bonk him on the head. Rascal is going to take out the Zeri, as we got this huge chase coming in mid, as Umpty's just trying to stop the wave, but they're just going to take the Elder instead.
Yeah. As a lethality Varus who can just destroy Effort right now, destroy Karis if he hits a good arrow here. And they have, guess what, prepped stun for Fate, and they're just going to fight this on the turrets, the Nexus turrets themselves.
Yeah, Morgan doesn't even have a health bar, as in goes Rascal, hits 3 people in the back line. They're trying to take down the Jax, but they can't even do that, as Henna is trying to fight this front to back. Juhan gets close to the sun, so does Beryl. Everybody's flashing away, but okay, missed stun from Fate as well. I mean, they're trying to fight here as Henna going 1v3, but look at the base, look at the Nexus. It should be taken down here, as down it will go. DRX take game number 2.
8,000 damage on the Ori.
There's still a lot to do in the booth there, as yeah, they're not quite able to get it going with their composition. Bro just behind the 8 ball the entire time, as DRX this time around, they're able to put 2 and 2 together. And as you mentioned, I think everybody could feel the difference once these 2 players sat down. They could just try to rely on what Ezreal, Karma, and Sejuani have in their kits, and that they will in terms of magic damage, but they're not going to have like a main AP source on their team. Now onto the Rift for the 3rd time. And there's not much that the Vi can do about it.
Yeah, not much she can do. Definitely nothing Karis can do.
Yeah, they're smacking each other. And this might actually lead to a play up on the top side with the huge amount of trading that has happened up here, as here we go. Juhan is here, and now Fate's even going to join in, as Rascal will take the aggro. Flash by Morgan, as he's going to stand to the turret and take first blood, given over to the Jace, and Juhan will even survive. Ezreal, Karma, and the Sejuani, I suppose, as we do have a nice little trade here. Juhan level 6, he's up a level, he's got Aftershock here. He is going to miss that one, as will the accelerated Shock Blast.
You guys are also that also misses.
Uh-oh, Fate getting pretty aggressive with this one. Might be in some trouble. Flash comes out. He's under the turret. The knockback, though. And Karis is not able to quite finish him off, but does get the flash out of Fate. Yeah. The part of the reason, as this is the first Drake, actually, of the game. Even with the Heimerdinger, it's going to be the first time they do go for this one, as everybody's seemingly grouped up in mid with the Rift Heralds.
And this is a lot more money going straight into Fate's pocket here. True Shot Barrage out to help clear this wave. And this is going to be a lot of money picked up here. So yeah, you get the first Drake. It's a single mountain, which is quite significant, especially into Jace. So good bait.
This push is not coming. Can they burst him down? Looks like the answer should be yes. This Fate is just trying to push the minions away. And Kars is going to pick up that first kill for his team. Varus Heimerdinger. Zumpty, you're here as Juhan is going to run straight into him as a lot is thrown into this Vi. Can they burst down Umpty? As Umpty goes forward, does not care, just does get taken out, but opens up the back line here for Karis, who already has his second kill, is looking for Duckdom, will pick that one up. But now with Fate coming on over.
Oh!
Tester cursed immediately.
I thought
put
he
in
was
the
getting
ground.
out. Beryl, you know, he is not confident on just a one-item Akali. They could win this
Here we
exchange.
go.
I say that. I said
Master
about
cursed
this.
again.
I know, and then Karis is like, oh yeah, well watch me do this.
Yeah, he's in there. And he's killing a ward as his team is going in. And now the rest of Bro will engage as down to 1 health. And it looks like, I guess Bro got it. Not 100% sure, actually, as down will go Rascal. Did trade it. And yes, Karis gonna... Okay, get a little fight here. He's gonna get on top of this Karma as Beryl is in a lot of trouble, but they're using a lot onto Beryl. Will it matter? A huge ultimate comes in from Juhan, allowing them to get Karis and a shutdown onto Fate.
Kind of pushing him out. Not quite enough damage to take this one out as they're going to TP for this.
Yeah.
Bottom is exposed, so you TP for the mid turret, which is more important, as they're going to force a fight.
Rascal's making something of this. They find Umpty against the wall as Umpty, you see head and hands, and did not want that to happen.
Morgan doesn't match the TP. You know, the TP is hidden.
It's going to be a shock blast that does miss. Exhilarating and DRX, they don't want to take any risks, it feels like, although
Morgan.
Juhan's still here.
His cask is coming up in just a second.
Yeah, Morgan taking a beating, but he is going to get on top of the Ezreal here as Duckdom in the back line. Can they burst him down? Yes, they absolutely can, as down goes the Ezreal, and Karis gets a shutdown of his own as what is going on here?
Forcing it super hard.
Rascal, I mean, really trying to get that kill. It's now Effort trying to flash out, but he will not be able to. Double kill now for Fate as more and more skirmishes will come in, and Umpty gives the triple kill to Fate, who's looking for a potential penta.
And you know what, Valdez? This is the most interest anyone has ever shown. Anyone has ever shown a solo Chemtech Dragon.
Man, this is solo Chemtech Dragon's day.
Oh man, 8 kills for Fate.
8-1.
Breon choked this game away, Valdez.
They've definitely fallen behind. Uh-oh. This is... it's Effort. He's just trying to waddle away. He didn't mean to be there as... Yeah, he's just going to die. That's going to be Fate picking up a 9th kill. He is now legendary, by the way. And maybe they finally did that. All the puzzle pieces sliding into place as Beryl taking a lot of aggro, but take a look at the Baron health. You see that Umpty cannot get in the pit. They can burst it down, and there it goes. Bro in the 5v5 looking to take the fight. Effort is back as now the flash grenade. They get 2 in the front line. Down goes the Jace. And Karis has found the back line. And without their Jace, Duckdom is really the only one doing damage in this fight. Yeah, Morgan is so tanky, they're going to take down 2, but it is 2 kills for a trade of a Baron Wolf.
Yeah. And he is not able to flash even. He's just chain CC'd.
They have a little bit of a Sejuani problem. Juhan just kind of sidling forward saying, hey, I'm here, by the way, but that's going to force him to flash away, so a little Ezreal action? Nope. Not going to happen today.
It is wild how both of these solo Chemtech to Breon here, and this Baron is going to be hard to make work.
Oh, they're still going in. Umpty has only one direction, and that is forward. The cask is massive again. Fate is doing a ton of damage, so they're trying to burst down Karis as he will just barely get away in the huge plant. He's going to get Rascal in position. Man, I love those plants. As Morgan now is just going to be knocked up, and down he will go. And this game is still anybody's to take. It's a 3-on-3 with 2 on each side down.
Duckdom and Beryl still having these Baron buffs means they can push this super hard. Rascal has the Demolish, so they are just going to push right now into the top inhibitor. And Henna, he could do a lot to deter this, but with the Baron buff, they're just going to siege it up.
This is not the side lane low state that we had before. The amount of damage you can do and who's going to get the engage.
He needs to be up in the front lines here to get the permafrost to proc so they can win this fight, and these shock blasts need to hit. These Ezreal Qs need to hit.
All right, there's the chains. It's going to find Juhan, and they're trying to burst him down, and they will. It's 100-0 as in goes Rascal trying to just peel for the team, but down goes Duckdom as well. And that might just be it. I mean, just like that, a couple of picks. And the game might just be over. Beryl is down as well. 3 picks to the side of Bro.
He's just trying to get into position. He's trying to set up those permafrosts. He's just pushing forward, and Breon way more decisive with the shot calling here, trying to eliminate the minions. Only one left to escort here on this push.
Yeah.
But I think Breon could just tank the turret and make this happen. Nice try for
They're going to
Fate.
try. I don't know. Look at the block there. He's getting in. That's the minion down. The minion is down. They're not going to be able to kill these turrets anymore as Rascal stopped the rest of the minions from coming in.
Oh my god, Valdez, the game will go on. 20 seconds here for Duckdom. He's going to respawn.
This is insane. This game is getting to this point. Fate is 100-0 as he does have stopwatch. Will he survive the flash on out? The Gore Drinker value. He's still alive.
Henna's down, maybe.
Now he's down. Now he's down. But Karis, he bought enough time and Henna's on the run.
Oh, he's on the run.
Survive.
He survives, but he can't do anything here, and the Baron is denied.
He has done some incredible stuff in this series already. And it's, okay, another one on to Duan. He's got the aftershock this time, and he flashes away. He's just trying to stay alive. Look at him as Zoke going all out onto Umpty. Can they burst down the buy? Yes, they can.
No more damage, and look at the health coming back here for Juhan.
Effort. He's really paying on a knife's edge here, and now Morgan's going to be caught out.
This should be it.
Looking like a lot like the last game as
Karis?
in goes Karis. He's in the back line. Can he get the big ultimate damage? The answer is no. He gets out. He's got a shuriken. Fate's looking for the big shock blast. And he is not going to hit it, but still on the chase. The flash on in. Fate trying to tank for Duckdom, and he will be able to do that as in goes Karis. Perfectly timed stopwatch, but down he will go. And it's only Effort who is alive.
What a series this was, Valdez. We're going to see the back here into TP.
They're going bot.
Pushing bottom to end the game. Duckdom has a GA. He's very low, but it doesn't matter because even if he's popped here, which
It's
seems
enough.
extremely unlikely, it's not going to matter. They've got the push. They've got those W's, and DRX pulled off their second win of the season in a massive upset here.
Oh boy. Effort trying his best, but it will not be enough. Umpty will respawn. He's trying to clear some minions, but he is not a Jace in this case. As down will go Umpty, and down will go the Nexus. DRX take a 46-minute game.
It's the beginning of the future of what this roster can hold, I think, going into the rest of regular season, but summer season and beyond. This is a series that makes you feel like really we don't need this roster to change necessarily. We don't need to actually make some roster adjustments going into next season necessarily.